the proxy war that Pakistan has been instigating, funding, and sort of orchestrating for the last decades. We have had 30,000 plus more Indians and Hindus being targeted. It's time to solve this problem, this proxy war problem.
Islamic terrorism! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! Down, down! Down, down! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! 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 Down, down! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! Down, down! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! Down, down! Down, down! Islamic terrorism! 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 Down, down! Islamic.
We are here, the Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, Kashmiri, as well as all Hindu communities here together, here in the historic Washington Monument, here getting together to mourn the massacre of Hindus in Pahalgam a few days back. And the main reason for us here to come is to awaken the conscience of humanity, awaken the conscience of America, awaken the conscience of India, and awaken almost every victim country of the world who are being terrorized by radical Islamic terrorism. Gone are the days when people could become apologists to explain these killings. Gone are the days when New York Times could be believed to give any news who tries to characterize these victims as somehow victims of shooting, who calls these as gunmen. The honest truth is, we are telling here, New York Times, it may be time for you to correct your English and know that this was a heinous crime of terrorism against innocent terrorists. Imagine in 2025, terrorist is asked to identify whether they are Muslims or non-Muslims. They're asked to recite kalma. They're asked to recite and show identity. Or in some cases, they were even asked, if the men were asked to undress so that it could be confirmed whether they are Muslims. And once they were confirmed to be Hindus, then they were selectively killed. So this is not a room for the apologists in the country or abroad to somehow try to cleanse it or try to whitewash it. The fact is that we are facing radical Islamic terrorism in India, in US, in Israel, almost throughout the world. And humanity needs to rise up. And here we are here, simply to first pay condolence to the victims of Pahalgam massacre, and more importantly, to awaken the conscience of humanity that we need to wake up. And that's in precise why we are here. And I'm seeing here in front of me, we have almost across the diaspora here, Hindu diaspora here, in front of us here, talking about it, mourning it, expressing frustrations, expressing tears of sorrow, and helplessly telling the humanity that you need to wake up. All of us need to wake up. We need to do everything we could do at a public level, at political level, or whatever level it may be. But we need to address this menace of humanity. Otherwise, it is going to eat up the entire conscience of humanity.
I would like to urge President Trump and the US administration to recognize the terrorism problem that's existing out there in Kashmir. The proxy war that Pakistan has been instigating, funding, and sort of orchestrating for the last decades. We have had 30,000 plus more Indians and Hindus being targeted. It's time to solve this problem, this proxy war problem, and for once and all, highlight the terrorism that Pakistan is instigating and is responsible for in this region.